actually create anything that they can spend? Do they create the dollars? Do they create the wealth? Wealth is created by people creating products and services for one another, and then transactions happen. Government doesn't do that. Government takes wealth from one sector or another. They have to tax somebody, or they tax all of us through inflation, through creating currency. And this is another politician that just doesn't understand economics. And he doesn't understand, he says that we've got to do all this spending. What he's really saying is we have to do all of this theft and transfer wealth from one group of people to another, and that'll get the economy going. And whenever the stock market goes up, people think, oh, the economy is fine because the stock market is going up. The stock market isn't the economy. It should be connected with the economy, but it's not. If you look at all the fundamentals, the valuations and everything on the stock market, it's taken on a completely separate life. So the financial economy is completely separate from the Main Street economy these days. And people think the Main Street economy must be all right if the financial economy is doing. Well, if the financial economy is zooming ahead of the real economy, what is the real economy? That's all the goods and services that are being bought and sold. Those are being made by the companies that are listed in the stock market. And if the stock market's blown into this huge bubble, which has to pop sometime or another, you can't continue inflating something to where its price earnings ratios and all the real measurements of value are completely out of balance with the reality of how much of those goods and services are being sold on Main Street. If people are out of jobs, they can't afford to buy the latest iPhone and such. And so they're going to do a bunch of spending. Some of it will flow into inflation, because when they get when they get cash into the hands of especially the poor, I've watched a lot of the poor, and I deal with them and so on. And one thing that I've noticed is it doesn't seem to be how much they make that makes them poor. It's how they spend that makes them poor. One time, I gave a very trusted, loyal employee a parting gift. We parted at the end of the year, and so the beginning of the following year, I gave him the maximum cash allowed gift that I could give him. It was about $15,000. It took him 1 day to get rid of it. 1 day. It was supposed to last for like a long time. This was a minimum wage guy. And so when they do spending and send checks out to everybody, some of that is going to find its way into retail inflation. But when they do things like the Fed's open market operations, where it's based on purchasing treasuries from the primary dealers and such, that goes into inflation of the stock market. And so if Biden wants the economy to just come roaring ahead, what they'll do is they'll inflate the stock market. If they want to do something that's very long term and builds, there is no good answer anymore. They've left us with a bunch of very, very bad choices.
And that's a good point.
Any one of these choices, if it's through creation of currency and deficit spending, then it's through fraud and theft. And so all I see is that when they do all of this spending, it's going to be hugely good for eventually for precious metals and cryptos. And right now the news is cryptos, but the cash has to flow to somewhere, and the more people that start getting scared of the consequences of what they're doing, that's when you're going to see the fireworks really start in the precious metals sector.
Yes, the fireworks are ahead, that's for sure. So, well, on to tweet of the day, Mike. This is from Luke Groman. He says the, quote, U.S. economy with Chinese characteristics, end quote, we began writing about 9 to 10 months ago continues. And he references an article we have here from the Wall Street Journal that basically the Kansas City Fed president is saying that so far real estate troubles have been contained by government aid. all this today, Mike. I just can't help it. Basically, the point he's trying to make is that the U.S. is becoming more like China, where it's more state-controlled or government-controlled.
Yes.
So
it is definitely becoming much more of a command economy. And what we see throughout history is the command economies don't work. If they did, Venezuela would be a very wealthy country right now. A major oil producer, where somebody that's really smart has taken control of the economy and is running everything. They should be the wealthiest country on the planet at this moment. And they're not. And it's because it's a top-down economy where the government is trying to figure out how to run everything. They nationalized thousands and thousands and thousands of businesses, and there's always unintended consequences of the government setting a price on something or determining how much of something there should be, including interest rates and the currency supply. And so we are becoming much more like China. And now China's economy has been successful at doing some of this, but when you go to China, they don't have it. It's much, much more capitalistic than we are when it comes to the small business. Small business, it's the wild, wild west. I was really impressed when I went there, and that's the reason it's booming. The Chinese government has kept control of what is called the commanding heights, so power and things like that. But when it comes to small business, it really is much more capitalist than the United States, with less hurdles in regulation and so on. There's a lot of payola that happens there. You've got somebody that you need a license from, and you pay them for it. And so you do get your licenses, and everything happens very fast. You look at, I've owned Teslas for a long time, and you look at what happened with Tesla when they went to create Tesla Shanghai. From breaking ground, it was 11 months, and they actually had some cars being produced. They built this gigafactory, this giant, there was nothing there. There are now major roads and railways coming into this plant to be able to bring all the stuff and then take out the finished cars. So they bring in raw materials, finished cars come off this thing. They're doing more than 5,000 cars a month now, a week, out of this plant. And they actually had it from the first shovel of dirt to cars come. This would have taken 5 years in the United States, not 11 months. And so there are aspects of the Chinese economy that are the wild, wild west. But when it comes to the manipulation of the currency supply, the manipulation of exchange rates, when that was the Fed Governor Bullard, was that who made the statement about real estate?
Esther George, yes. Kansas City Fed President Esther George.
Kansas City Fed President saying that the government, they've done a really good job of containing the government has contained the bubble. Well, you know what? That's what they were saying just before the real estate bubble popped in 2000, that there is no bubble, there's no asset bubbles going on, don't worry about it. This is another person that doesn't know anything about fundamental economics. They know the micro. They don't really know the macro that well.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I was actually in China on a mining tour about, 10 years ago or so. And it was my observation that China is actually more capitalistic than the U.S. in many ways. So, yes. Well, Mike, on to chart of the day. And this is from Der Gold Report. Silver Squeeze. Here we go again. The Crimex, and he's referring to the COMEX, of course, open the doors for another paper push lower. And this chart shows that as soon as the U.S. market opened this morning, that the price of gold got pushed down pretty significantly. So, Mike, what do you make of that?
I think it's wonderful that he labeled it the Crimex instead of the COMEX, because this has been going on for years. However, when something is suppressed, this is your opportunity, and it's still suppressed. They've been slowly losing control over it, but this is going to accelerate one day, and this time It's going to come with the big crisis. Whenever the big crisis happens, and as we've seen with these funds, these ETPs and ETFs, when too many people rush in and want to buy this product that they're supposedly selling, that you would think that they would want high prices on, the whole thing can break. And when it breaks, you're going to see just astronomical prices, and gold and silver will be unaffordium and unobtainium.
Yes, very good. Here's a viewer comment for you, Mike. This is from Ryan. Don't fret over lagging precious metals prices relative to the bubbles. There is a huge educational gap that has to be closed. That education is in progress and will accelerate soon. We are just early. Keep quietly stacking. Well, that's some good advice, huh, Mike?
Yes. This is a road I started on actually in about 2001, 2002. I started telling people just personally about it. And then 2005, I made it my profession. But what's happening right now, this Wall Street Bets silver push is introducing so many new people to this story. And it's going to, I believe that unless they can get a whole lot more capital right now to take silver off of the commodities exchanges, not the ETFs, but to take 1,000-ounce bars out of circulation, basically. You don't want anybody being able to short them. You don't want any accounting hanky-panky to be able to go on. So you want your 1,000-ounce bars, or you buy 100-ounce bars or some other form where they're melting down the 1,000-ounce bars and creating something out of it. Either way, if you buy silver and you take delivery or put it in a private storage account that's not in an exchange vault, you're going to be creating the shortage. And then the day that comes that there is a crisis and suddenly everybody rushes for the safe havens, that is when you're going to see, and the greater the shortage is during that crisis, the higher the price is going to go. And so for me, I've just done this long term, knowing that this is something that will happen. That's my opinion, that eventually we are going to see this crisis, and gold and silver will once again, people will rush toward it as a safe haven. It's absolutely destined to be. The only question is when. And what we can see is with this closing that education gap. One of the things that I said in the new book that you and I are writing, that is nowhere near done yet because of me, is that one day everybody will know the difference between currency and money. And when that day comes, the opportunity that is the great gold and silver rush of the 21st century will be over with. That will be part of history. And so you want to get in before everybody gets educated about this.
Right. There's the reason for the saying, there's no rush like a gold rush. And of course,
Yes.
that'll apply to silver as well. So that's happened before, and we're convinced it's going to happen again. So, well, Mike, we'll close out this video by letting you read the meme of the day. But before we do that, remember, you can still download Mike's book for free. We'll put the link below here. If you've not read his book and don't understand the big picture of what he's really talking about, you can download it for free and check it out there. So, well, Mike, tell us about the meme of the day.
Okay, Jeff, this one is pretty simple, but when we talked about the president's plan for all of this spending, I had mentioned that the government doesn't produce anything. All they can do is transfer wealth, and this meme just hammers that home. You've got amateur looters, and you've got the professional looters. Right. So, thanks again, Jeff, for the great conversation.
Yeah, this was an enjoyable video, Mike, so I had some fun with you. So thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you later, Jeff.
Hey, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Pretty baby. Oh, baby. Hello to all my fellow numismatic coin collectors out there. This is Numismatic Gang with another Numismatic Live Ret video. Okay. What's going on in here? Oh, baby. Pretty baby. Everybody is talking about silver these days. Everybody and their mother. Everybody's interested in silver. I was looking at Mike Baloney. He's full of baloney. Talking about silver. Walking my dog, I saw some guy, my neighbor. I asked him, hey, have you been following around what's been going on with the markets? Have you seen all the action? And he's like, yeah, I've been following around the Reddit stuff, Reddit posts. This guy I know, he put away $4,500. Now he's a millionaire. And I said, yeah, man, he's around our age. How does it feel? Work your ass off your whole life. How long does it take for you to put away $100,000, let alone $1 million, let alone 1.3 million? Oh, something stupid like Reddit. A company's losing all kinds of money. GameStop. Doesn't make any sense. But hey, man, it's the millennials. What are you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the millennials come for you? Now Wall Street is shaking in their boots because what's next? You got the silver squeeze next. That's what's next. They're gonna squeeze the silver. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What's next, Reddit? We're all waiting here. Let us know what's coming up next. Who's gonna target next? What's after the silver squeeze? The gold squeeze? Or how about the crypto squeeze? The cryptography. I'm crippin', boys. I'm crippin', boys. What's next? The cryptography? We gotta pull up some news. The latest and greatest. That's a good tea, eh? Pull up some news. What's going on to all my fellow numismatic coin collectors out there? They're stacking? Or still waiting on the sidelines? What's going on? You guys waiting to see what happens with the markets? The silver picker. The future of coin collecting. 9 expert opinions. Look at all these experts he's got on here. All these experts. Look at what he's saying.
What's up? All right, I got like 30 seconds
This is what I mean. Everybody and their mother is talking about silver right now.
Picker here, and today's video
Hey,
is
Silver
something
Picker
truly
here.
special. Trust me, the world of investing has gone absolutely bananas over the past several months. Now, when I was preparing to make this video, I thought I was just going to be citing examples of alternative investments like cryptocurrency or sports cards or video games or something like that. Think about it. We're in a world right now where Bitcoin hit over $40,000 per coin within the last couple months, and how sports cards and
It's at
Pokemon cards and other
50,000
things
now.
like that have been brought into the mainstream as viable investable assets thanks to people like Logan Paul or Gary Vaynerchuk. That is absolutely wild. But not just that, even the traditional investing world has gone totally nuts. I'm sure you've all seen the news about GameStop, AMC, Reddit, and Robinhood fiasco, and how that has turned the entire traditional investing world totally on its head. So things are really, really nuts right now.
Let me pull this up on the big screen. The future of coin collecting. Let's see what's going on here. The future of coin, because we gotta learn what the future of coin collecting is from Silver Picker here. Where is the Silver Picker? Oh, this is
cryptocurrency or sports cards or video games or something like that. Think about it. We're in a world right now where Bitcoin hit over $40,000 per coin within the last couple months, and how sports cards and Pokemon cards and other things.
Yeah, sports cards, Pokemon cards, those are big right now. But let's see. Let me take this off right here. Come on. Okay. Here we go.
Like that have been brought into the mainstream as viable investable assets thanks to people like Logan Paul or Gary Vaynerchuk. That is absolutely wild. But not just that, even the traditional investing world has gone totally nuts. I'm sure you've all seen the news about GameStop, AMC, Reddit, and Robinhood fiasco, and how that has turned the entire traditional investing world totally on its head. So things are really, really nuts right now in the investing world. So this got me thinking, where does coin collecting fit in all of this? Where does the Carson City Morgan dollar fit in with the Michael Jordan rookie, with the first edition Charizard, with the Alpha Black Lotus? What is the future of coin collecting? And that is the question that we will be answering today. And who is we, you might ask? Well, it's you, it's me, and because it's a tough question, I got a little bit of help from a few of my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. That was a little much. Sorry about that. But in all seriousness, I lined up 10 of the most well-known numismatic.
Here it comes. He's lined up 10 of the most numismatic, okay, and he hasn't even contacted me yet. So here it is. Watch this. I'm going to rewind this.
But in all seriousness, I lined up.
In all seriousness, he's serious right now, guys. He's freaking serious. He's serial right now. You better listen up.
10 of the most well-known numismatic influencers on YouTube to help us answer the question of what.
10 of the most numismatic influencers on YouTube. Are you kidding me? And I didn't make the cut. This guy doesn't know what he's. Already, I know he doesn't know what he's talking about. Look at it. Look at his stupid sweater. Anyways, I'm appalled. I'm appalled right now that this guy wouldn't consult the king. But I'm interested to know who he consulted.
Well, it's you, it's me,
It's
and
you,
because it's a tough question, I got a little bit of help from a few of my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. That was a little much. Sorry about that. But in all seriousness, I lined
Anyways.
up 10 of the most well-known numismatic influencers
who are
on
these
YouTube
guys?
to help us answer the question of what is the future of coin collecting. And then, for what it's worth, at the end of the video, I'll share my 2 cents as well.
It's like
So if you're
everybody
excited
knows
about
what's
that,
going on
sit
here. They
back,
just joined
buckle up,
YouTube
because we are
yesterday.
taking a ride into the future.
All these guys that he's showing just hopped on the bandwagon this year or last year or maybe last month. These guys just joined, so look at all these weirdos. Oh yeah, you gotta listen to these guys.
Hello, my name's Christopher. I have a YouTube channel called Christopher Collects where I hunt through coins circulating in the UK. So it's hard to predict the future of coin collecting. Over in the UK, we get lots of different commemorative coins coming out each year. However, in recent years, less and less of them actually go into circulation to be found, which is a real shame. So I think that's where lots of people get drawn into coin collecting. But we still have the Royal Mint, who makes all of our coins. They will still issue them in their collector's sets, and so the future is definitely bright. We will still be getting lots of different commemorative coins. The scary words, the cashless society, seems to be on its way, though, which is a bit worrying. But as I said, I'm sure the Royal Mint will still be producing, at least in the UK, our commemorative coins for collectors to purchase and add to our collections. There's been a great movement in the UK to releasing coins with sort of children's sort of characters on it. So we've had the Snowman, the Gruffalo, Beatrix Potter sets, Paddington Bear sets, which I think is really helpful growing the sort of future coin collectors of tomorrow, because they're getting interested as kids and finding these coins, researching them, finding information about coins, maybe finding a couple of YouTube channels, and then really getting into the spirit of coin collecting. So I think coin collecting, in my opinion, is sort of in a little bit of a boom at the moment. And I hope.
Who is this guy? You guys know who this guy is? Have you guys ever... Christopher Collects? I've been doing this since 2012 on YouTube. Not once have I run across this guy, Christopher Collects. A millennial kid, okay, sitting in his dorm room, talking about numismatics. That's pretty much sounds like me. So why didn't I make it on this list? I don't understand how this guy came up with these guys. What's going on here? And this is their expert? Okay, let's keep listening.
Hope it continues and keeps growing.
Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and the question is, what is the future of coin collecting? In my opinion, I think coin collecting over the last 5-10 years has really been on a very long...
Oh, this guy's blowing up on YouTube. Okay, he said there's something wrong with his green screen that makes his lips look red. My wife was asking what lipstick he uses because she really liked the blush. That color, she said, I can't get that color anywhere. Where did he get that from? And I thought it was set makeup. But turns out it was a green screen he was using that made his lips look really lush and makeup-y. But I see that he's toned down the green screen here. At least his lips look normal. But yeah, this dude right here, okay, he's a so-called YouTube numismatic influencer. Okay, I never thought this day would come where these guys are social media numismatic influencers. Okay, I replied to a bunch of this guy's videos, and just a bunch of crock, man. Like, go watch. Don't take it from me. Go watch a video or two, lose a couple brain cells, and then you come back and tell me if this guy's a numismatic influencer or not. Okay, let's listen on.
Downward slope. You know, when I was a kid, I used to go to coin shows all the time with my dad. There were always adults, young adults, older adults, even kids that would come with their parents on the show floor collecting coins, talking, buying. The show floor was packed with people. Every table had people all over it, and it's not the case anymore. The last 5-10 years, coin shows have definitely been on a downward trend. Way less people attending the coin shows in general. You know, so I think in that instance, it's really been on a downward slope. But the good news is, I think that things like YouTube, like my channel and Silver Pickers and Rob Finds Treasure and more, have definitely helped bring more people into the fold, get more people into coin collecting. And, you know, hopefully that is a trend that continues. There's Discord servers and Reddits and all sorts of things that people are getting into coin collecting and communicating with other people about coins through. So I think that's very fantastic. And I think because of that, the future of coin collecting is bright. It's just going a little bit different of a way. It's going more online, where people can talk with each other, chat with each other, share pictures of what they have, look for specific stuff and things like that. So I don't think
so. What made this guy a numismatic expert? I have no idea. This guy sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. But hey, maybe that's just me.
Coin collecting is going anywhere. In fact, I think it has a much brighter future than what it has been because, again, of places like YouTube. So really excited about the future of coin collecting. I don't think it's going to go to way of stamps anytime soon.
Just going to jump back in here for a second and remind you all that if you like what you see, the links to all of these channels are down below, and you should definitely check them out and let them know that I sent you. And if for some reason you still have not yet subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to hit that big old red subscribe button. Now, back to our amazing special guests.
So when I think of the future of coin collecting, I think I'm going to focus on one trend that I see, and that's a continued shift over to the digital aspect of coin collecting. I think that people have kind of always been secretive. There's the element of like safety and not getting robbed in person. And so I think that coins and the digital kind of ecosystem.
Okay, so here's the third expert I've never seen before. I saw the second expert. I've replied to some of his comments. But apparently this guy is the second YouTube influencer.
Merge very nicely. I think that there's going to be continued focus of posting really cool coins on things.
Looks like he's still studying. He's got a lot of books and stuff he's reading about coins. Still young. Doesn't look like he knows much, but I don't know. Who knows? I can't judge a book by its cover. What if this guy's an expert? You guys think so? Let's listen on.
It's like Instagram or YouTube, that growing quite a bit, but really the PCGS set registry has been a huge way that that's played out. And I think that just kind of shifting more online, whether that's auctions, whether that's online coin meetings, kind of all over the hobby, all of that's going to go online. So I'd say that that's at least one big trend in the future of coin collecting.
So I'm half asleep, Chris, and I think the future of coin collecting is more of the same. I know that's a really boring answer to give, and there's a lot of doom and gloom about cash and going cashless, but ultimately I think that's a long way away. You might point out that during the pandemic...
This is the fourth expert, okay? It looks like he's into guitars. I don't know what he's talking about, why he looks so irritated. But this guy apparently is the fourth numismatic expert.
Many shops aren't even accepting cash anymore, and you can really see the beginning of the end.
Looks like he's got elastic ball in his hand. He's making a giant rubber ball he's working on. This guy looks psychotic.
But then in other countries, such as Brazil, the increased demand for cash has been so great that they've had to suddenly issue a brand new denomination of banknote just to keep up with it. So I think physical currency will be around for...
Seriously, guys, this guy is the fourth numismatic expert, and I didn't even get the call to appear on this show. And I've been doing this since the beginning of numismatic YouTube videos on YouTube Video Network since 2012. So you guys know, you guys have seen a lot of my videos, a lot of content. You guys know I've been here since the golden days. I'm an OG, original runks, and nobody messaged me or collaborated with me before they put out this nonsense here. Look, of course he's selling those stupid merchandises. For only $44, you can get yourself one of these sweaters. 44 Canadian or $25 for one of these t-shirts. For a Morgan head that looks like it's in the universe. But yeah, let's see what this expert has to say.
For a long, long time, and even when it eventually dies, this hobby will absolutely continue. Other than that, I think we're going to see more and more attempts at getting young people interested in coins, particularly using collectible sets like the US state quarters, presidential dollars, or the UK and Australian A to Z series. These coin sets are fun, quirky, often educational, and really accessible and appealing to kids. And it's their interest that will ensure the survival of the hobby long term.
The future of coin collecting. I feel like the future of coin collecting is going to be more
Okay, we're on to the fifth expert here.
Technology driven. YouTube channels have grown. There's more of an interest in it that way. Technology is getting involved in coin grading, counterfeit coins. I see a future in that direction, maybe some artificial intelligence being used for the grading of coins, identifying coins, and things like that. MintStateCoin.com actually has a coin identifier that uses artificial intelligence and working on an artificial intelligence grading app. So that's coming in the future. People also are going to be online more. I think coin shows will become a little more technology, let's say, agreeable. Maybe having more video there. People are not so afraid to be on video, actually promote their businesses. It'll become more worldwide as far as that's concerned. Whereas at a coin show, these dealers will be able to reach people all over the United States instead of just the people that's at the show. I can see things like that happening. I see coin values maybe starting to increase a bit, but I think some of the high-end coins will go down in value. Let's take, for instance, Franklin halves that graded Mint State 66 full bell lines at one time were the bee's knees, and now it's 67. So I think as more coins are being graded, more rolls are being opened up, eventually we'll kind of settle out with this is going to be the grade that's worth the money. You know, I don't see, I see an increase in interest in the hobby, and someone's going to come along with something that's going to really spark an interest, whether it be like there's some YouTube channels almost like a game show. Maybe that will expand. Maybe there'll be a game show and someone will have it, maybe even syndicated. Who knows? They'll be able to, people get on there as coin collectors and be able to play and earn coins and things like that. Maybe something like that's coming. Oh, but I just think that, you know, technology is going to drive the hobby into the future, and I think it will make the future brighter. I also think it'll draw more people in and also educate coin collectors better. Maybe there'll be less fraud, there'll be less fakes, because no longer will people be buying this stuff because they'll be educated against buying it. So hopefully that's what will happen in the future for coin collecting.
What is the future of coin collecting? It's a great question. You know, if you were to ask me that 10 years ago, I would say that it was a decline.
This is the sixth expert. This guy with the raspy voice. I've seen some of his videos. He does collaboration with the other lipsticky guy. This guy's big on YouTube right now. They're blowing it up. They're blowing it up on the YouTube video stream network, and everybody's getting their advice from these guys apparently. So these guys are the numismatic experts on YouTube, apparently, according to Silver Picker. He picked these guys to really represent the community as he thinks. But a lot of these guys I just met yesterday. Okay, these channels just popped out of nowhere. Ever since the whole Silver Squeeze thing happened, these guys just came literally out of nowhere.
Mining hobby with only.
Now listen to this guy. Maybe he's an expert. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this is the real expert here.
The older generations interested in it because mainly of the fact that silver coinage was around in those older generations, and it was something that people collected in the 70s and 80s and tried to look for. But I think with today's markets and marketing of the special coins, like the Pac-Man coins, you name it, I think some of those types of special sets are bringing kids and younger adults reinvested in the hobby. And I think the price of silver, the price of gold is exciting. So I think at the very least, we're starting to see an influx of newer generations interested in coin collecting. So I think the future is very bright, and who knows what the next decade holds for U.S. coinage, but more importantly, gold and silver.
Well, hello, Silver Picker. I am spectacular. How are you? Listen, the question of what is the future of coins? We all are kind of curious a little bit that collect coins, right? What's going to happen? You know, you ask this question to somebody who has a shop, who is an old timer in the collecting, and it might be like, hey, you know, it's not the same. It's different. It's come down a little bit. And hey, listen, they may be right. I might be out of my mind, but I think that it hasn't come down. I don't think that coin collecting has gone away. I think it's just different. It's different from what they're used to. Coin collecting now is online. There's so much you can do online. You just sit there on your couch and just, you know, scroll through eBay or different websites that sells coins, and you just find those coins and just click buy and add it to your cart, and game over. You have coins. You don't got to go to a coin shop anymore. And for some people, that's more convenient. And I believe that the future of coin collecting is going to be the same, where just online is going to take over, really. And one thing that I kind of worry about is the counterfeits. Counterfeiting is getting better and better and better. And so with the future of coin collecting and counterfeiting, something has to change. Some ways to detect counterfeits better and easier for us. Maybe some apps on our phones, which already do exist, but maybe some more fine-tuned apps that help us to understand counterfeits and to get rid of those from the hobby will definitely help us in the future. But I think it's still here, coin collecting, and I think it's here to stay. Spectacular is out.
Hey, Silver Picker. Thanks for having me back on your show. If you don't know me, my name's Shane. I have a YouTube channel called Clash Guitars. I do a lot of treasure hunting and has nothing to do.
Is this guy his last expert? Oh, wow. Oh, God, I can't breathe. Look, the Clutch Guitars? Are you kidding? Okay, let me rewind this to see if I heard that right. Clutch Guitars. Oh, man, you can't make this shit up. Okay? Seriously, people. Another guitar guy, the other guy had 5 guitars. This guy, what's going on? Rock on, buddy. Rock on.
Thanks for having me back on your show. If you don't know me, my name's Shane. I have a YouTube channel called Clash Guitars. I do a lot of treasure hunting and has nothing to do with guitars. I do coin collecting and gold prospecting and scuba diving and all that stuff. Now, for the future of
he
coin
does
collecting,
everything.
I think that even though
He
the
does it
precious
all.
metal value is going to go down over time due to more supply on Earth, due to asteroid mining, I think that numismatic value of the coins will start to actually go up, increase in value more than it has historically. The reason for that is because I think coins are going to be more difficult to get if we do start going into cryptocurrency and becoming a more cashless system. I don't think cash will ever go away completely, but I do think that more people are going to be using cryptocurrency in the future, making coins more of a novelty thing, making them more collectible. So I think that the future of coin collecting is a good thing. Thanks a lot, Silver Picker, for having me on your show again.
Wow, that was super, super interesting. A massive
Super,
thank you to
super,
each and every one
super,
of my
super
guests
duper interesting, guys. Wow. He's blown away with all that numismatic information there.
for coming on and sharing their perspective. Definitely go show them some love and check out their channels. But now, here is what I think of the future of coin collecting. Well, it's very complex, but overall, I'm very optimistic about the future of coin collecting. I do believe that there are some things that are holding it back, and I'll get to those in a second, but let's start with the positive things first. Well, first off, on the most basic level, the rising popularity of other collectibles is definitely good for the hobby. As the saying goes, a rising tide lifts all ships. And in this case, man, are the tides rising. The astronomical records that sports cards, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, and video games have set recently absolutely is going to influence the numismatic market. But what's even more interesting is who is making these purchases of astronomically priced collectibles? Well, it's collectors and investors. What's interesting about collectors? Well, most collectors have multiple types of collections. And investors, they all like to diversify their investment portfolio. So when those two forces collide, I think it sets up these deep-pocketed individuals to be prime targets to be the next wave of big numismatic collectors and investors. That's not just my opinion, though. There's hard evidence to indicate this trend. Just last week, Heritage Auctions sold a coin that broke the Guinness World Record for the most expensive gold coin ever sold. On January 21st of this year, the Brasher doubloon, a rare gold...
The Blasher doubloon. Look at the price tag. The Blasher doubloon. Let's see how much the Blasher doubloon sold for.
Coin from the late 1700s sold for $9,360,000. And that's crazy enough on its own. But get this. According to reports, Heritage President Greg Rohan placed the winning bid from a telephone bidder, saying after the sale that the winning bidder had never bought rare coins before purchasing all of the Brasher coins offered in the auction session for $11,940,000. That's insane. What this is telling you is that even non-numismatists are confident in the value of numismatic collectibles going up. That's not just some guy investing in gold, right? This is someone investing in a numismatic coin who is no dummy. No one with $9.4 million to spend on a coin is an idiot, okay? This person has a good idea that this coin is a good, sound investment. In this particular case, the buyer decided to remain anonymous, but just wait until some famous athlete or pop star or A-list YouTuber, for instance, decides to flex their wealth and spend $1 million on a coin. Then we're really going to see what this hobby can do. So you can see why I'm very optimistic.
This is fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm just gonna do you guys a favor. I'm gonna put this link up in the chat. If anyone wants to join, go ahead. Okay, I'm just digesting all this shit happening right now. Everybody's talking about silver. Everybody's an expert. All of these guys just showed up out of nowhere. I just met all these guys last week, and now they're an expert. And this guy right here, this guy didn't consult the real numismatic king before he blurted out this this nonsense video.
Optimistic about the future of coin collecting. But there is something that is holding the hobby back and can definitely spoil its momentum if it's not kept in check. And that is the condescending, awful attitude that a lot of experienced collectors have towards newbies. Coin clubs at local libraries are all but dead, and coin show attendance has been on a steep decline long before COVID came into the picture. And you'll hear this broken record among old-timers saying, coin collecting's dying, young folks aren't interested in the hobby anymore, it's a darn shame. But guess what? It's these same people that are actually causing the problem. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You go to a coin show and see how young people are treated. Go to a coin show and see how a newbie is treated, and you will understand why it's enough to never want to come back again.
What are you talking about? When did people treat young collectors bad in coin shows? In fact, I was treated quite the opposite. All these old timers, they're thrilled to have young guys in the hobby.
Now, obviously, not all vendors or old timers act like that to newbies and young people, but it is definitely a noticeable trend. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is a lot of hope, and that hope is the online numismatic community, where I am a part of, where all the YouTubers that you just saw are a part of, where we're all passionate people that put in a lot of time, effort, and even money into
online numismatic community. Should I subscribe to this guy? should the king give this guy the honors and subscribe to him? Or should I let him linger? You know, banish him from the kingdom for making such nonsense videos.
Making videos for everyone to enjoy so that we can share our passion and get more people excited about an amazing, amazing hobby without all that aristocratic gatekeeping nonsense. We are democratizing coin collecting. It's no longer the hobby of kings. It is now the hobby of the people. So if you—
What do you mean it's not the hobby of kings? The whole point of this is to be numismatic king. And this guy's saying it's not the hobby of kings. No, it's the hobby for dorm room teenagers. That's what it's turned into. Anybody can be part of the numismatic association here now, right?
You watching right now are new to the hobby, just know that we all welcome you with open arms. With our arms wide open!
This guy's really weird. Like, he's got the comb out.
Hey, I promise I'll stop that. So, do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What do you think the future of coin collecting is? Let us know in the comments below. In any case, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out. A huge, huge thank you to all of my wonderful patrons. Thank you for yet another amazing month of support and helping grow this awesome community.
He's a Patreon. He's a Patreoner. That makes sense. He's a Patreoner. The Patreons. Imagine how much free money he's made off that Patreon shit. Yeah, let's just check out the newest and greatest, okay? Let me show you guys what I think is a nice one. This coin I don't have yet, but I'm looking to get it. if I can find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Check out this coin, guys. Look how beautiful this is. Wow. No? Now that's a numismatic. It's from Republic of Palau, 2018, $20 denomination, 5-ounce silver, 999, 100 millimeter thickness, antique finish, vintage 555. I had an opportunity to snag that one, but I missed the boat on that one, unfortunately. But it's a nice one. This is another one, but nothing compares to the Exotic Butterflies Dream Edition. That one is just unbelievable. Let's check out some other cool ones. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Numismatic Kingdom. I'm subbing to this guy. Welcome, son. I've seen this one. I've seen this one on the Royal Canadian Mint website. Republic of Palau. 2021. No, it wasn't this one that I saw. That's a nice one too. Oh, the evil eye. The evil eye. There is a nice one. Wow. That's in the Turkish tradition. The evil eye. It's also in different cultures too, but I know the Turkish people really believe in this. It's also from Palau, 1-ounce silver. The Republic of Palau makes some beautiful, beautiful numismatic coins. Beautiful. Look at the quality on this. The packaging, phenomenal. The enamel finish, spot on. I have to look into getting that one. You guys want to see the real unique numismatics? Look at this one. Look at this one. It's a starfish. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. What is that? A starfish? No, it's a flower. It's a flower. Look at that. 1-ounce silver. Oh, it's a flower. Look at it. Beautiful. Look at the details. It's hard to make it look like that. You can hold it into that shape. Beautiful. I love the box. The box just makes it, guys. Oh, it's from what's that guy? Mongolia, Republic of Mongolia. Wow. The Republic of Mongolia makes some really, really nice pieces, dude. But they really outdid themselves with this one. This looks like it's more than an ounce, but it says it's only 1 ounce. Republic of Mongolia. That reminds me. They make some beautiful coins. I don't think they're minted in Mongolia. I think it's minted in a German mint. But wow. I did not expect that one, guys. I did not expect that one. Look at this rabbit. Another Mongolia. This is another Mongolia, guys. 1 ounce fine silver. 999. It's another Mongolia. 3D. Beautiful. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Would you just take a step back and look at it? Beautiful. Oh, they got the fox one too. This is the rabbit, woodland spirits. They got the fox. So why would somebody overpay for silver and buy pieces like this? It's because they don't trust the silver spot price. Okay, this is a hedge against the spot price, because even if the spot price goes down, a lot of these coins, like this one in particular, Butterfly's Dream Edition, this one went up in price. So it doesn't matter what the spot price is. These coins, they do well. This is the fox. Let's see what the fox said. Wow. I love how the woodlands continues on the obverse and the reverse. You can see nature themes. That's beautiful. I really like that. I really, really enjoyed that. That was beautiful. All right, moving forward. Mr. Bean. Although he's funny, I don't know how good a Mr. Bean coin would do. Che Guevara. Now there's a legend. Another Mongolia. Mongolia makes really high quality stuff. I need to add that to the collection too. Wow, look at the detail on that. Look at the picture perfect detail. It looks exactly like Che Guevara. Wow. Beautiful detail. 2018. This was released a while back. Box certificate. Laughing Buddha. Oh, this one's also from Paulo. Laughing Buddha. 2 ounces. This is a big boy. 2-ounce sucker right here. Beautiful. This is part of the Wildlife Protection Series. This is also Mongolia. I remember this series. One of their best series. Look at the details. And we're going to watch one more and press forward. See how the Celsius coin works. This is a good one to end it off with. Wow, it works. You see how cool that was? The Celsius actually works. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna post the link, and this is the part of the chat where you guys can join. I'm gonna post the link here, and you guys can join the chat and let me know your thoughts about what's going on right now with the silver markets. I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and unwind. The link to join the chat is in the description or in the chat section. I just posted the link to join the chat. If you guys want to join, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think with this whole silver squeeze. Everybody and their mother is talking about this shit right now. My neighbors, on social media, it's all over CNN, it's all over the internet. So let me know what your thoughts are. The link to join is in the chat. Just replying to all the messages I got. A lot of action right now. A lot of action on eBay and in my inbox. The link to join is in the chat. Whoever wants to join and blow off some steam, or let me know what you guys think about all the silver squeeze action, all this nonsense. Everybody and their mother is talking about silver right now. Everybody is discussing it. My neighbors, my friends, CNN, social media. I'll send you a silver eagle to mukbang. What is mukbang? I don't know what is mukbang. Come in here and let me know what is mukbanging. Want to get a mukbang? A mukbang? A mukbang, bang, 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 bang. I wish I was there, Chuck. Cheers, buddy. Might as well go get a drink. Hey, you guys want to get drunk tonight? Drunk in the hangout? Online silver drunk discussions? Let's mukbang it. Mukbanging it. Yeah. I'm back. I need a drink, guys. I really do. Can't take this shit anymore. Dominican pesos. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I am getting hungry though, Tim. I might go get some beer, grab something to eat, see what's for dinner, even though I already had dinner. Go for a second dinner. I'm feeling tired today, boys. There's too much noise online. I'm so jealous you're enjoying the hot weather. It's so cold here. I'm freezing. Not much going on in Toronto, but cold weather and lockdowns and police state. So, I don't know what else to do, guys. Nice. You're inspiring me to go grab a drink. Maybe we could use one. The link to join the chat is in the link is in the chat if anyone wants to join. Let me know what your thoughts on the silver squeeze, silver bubble. I just noticed everyone's talking about it. Even people that I didn't expect, like neighbors, friends. Everyone's talking about the silver squeeze and Reddit and how you can become a millionaire overnight, apparently, on these stupid chat forums. Dave is messaging me. Oh, man. Thinking of grabbing a drink. Can't stand this shit anymore. Everyone's messaging me online. Can you believe that shit? That guy did a collaboration numismatic YouTube video without addressing the numismatic king. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Where do we start? Where do we start today? Are we going to start with what's going on online with all the naysayers? Mike Maloney's blowing up. You guys watch his live video? Mike Maloney's full of baloney again. As soon as the silver price goes up, I notice all these bandwagoners and Mike Maloney and the whole crew, the whole posse, they all jump aboard and YouTube blows up with all this nonsense. And all these bandwagoners, for lack of a better word, they jump on the bandwagon and they all support blindly whatever the guy is talking about without having any idea or any clue as to what they're investing in and why they're investing in it, what's the reason, what it's for. They'll just invest in it because Mike Maloney told them to. But they won't do their own research. They'll just listen to whoever online tells them to do whatever. So, yeah. You guys are going to make me go grab the drinks. Yeah. Got some characters messaging. What do I care if this guy's in Newmarket? Numi, there's a guy on YouTube, Cowboy Gold, who is a very sharp guy on numismatic gold. Oh, yeah? So why didn't this guy get that guy as an expert for his video? Do you see all his experts he brought on? I never seen those guys before. I don't know who those guys were on his video, to be honest. Got a bunch of teenagers posing as numismatic kings. They'll never bring on that gold expert, the cowboy, though. He knows too much. Oh, I didn't know. Celebrate Metal knows who the cowboy is? I'll go check out his channel. I could learn something about gold. I don't know much about gold. I'm focused on silver. Oh, baby, pretty baby. Oh, baby. Na, 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 na. Oh, baby, pretty baby. Oh, baby. Na, 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 na. See what this guy said. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. All right, 1 second. I'll be back. I will be back. I'm coming back. Do, do. Live on this live. Divine में आप बोला कि फिल्म स्क्रिप्ट को हम क्लियर करेंगे.
Lots of college.
First people watch. Maybe. Ramya las applying to shit. One second. Let me end this. Hey! I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna end it for now, guys. I just saw another. Found a bear. What's going on, people? What's happening? Found a bear. I was just about to end it, but now that Found It Buried is in here, we're finding it buried. What's happening, Found It Buried? Heary, Numismatic King with another live. Numismatic StreamYards. Live in action. It's happening, boys and girls. All right, I'm going to come back here. There's too much action right now. I'm going to end this and then jump back on and say like, comment, and subscribe. Numismatic King signing out for now.